here.
See you. Okay. Yeah, we see some people who actually been on, who's been a part of what we got on, and we appreciate y'all for tapping in. But you know what time it is, right? You know what time it is, right? Shay. Hey, let's warm it up while we wait. You feel me?
Hey, drop some fire in the chat if y'all shook the bank this week so far.
Hey,
let's go. Drop some fire in the chat if y'all shook the bank.
You go. Hey, the man is in the building. We do have Mr. Abel Melendez in the building, so don't act like y'all don't see that. But before we get even close to start,
oh snap!
we can definitely connect us with this opportunity. All we want to do is spread more value. So definitely do the same. If you're not blasting yourself, you're not blasting yourself. Don't save all this sauce for yourself. Don't do that.
My primary, I don't see another option.
Let's go.
Blast your chats.
Blast your chats. You already know what time it is. Let's go. They hopping on. We're getting there. Let's get it, family.
Can you hear me, Mike? Check.
You kind of choppy.
Can you hear me, Rob?
You a tad bit choppy.
Tad bit choppy?
Just a tad bit.
Just a tad bit. I'm going to be choppy. Let's get this right. Is that a little better?
Yes, sir.
Be choppy. Not today.
Let's go. I'm excited. Y'all excited?
Let me see in the chat. Let me send some shouts out. I see you, Anthony. Who else we see? I see you, Frank. I see you, baby. Oh, Gordon in the building. My man. I see you, Gordon. Yes, sir.
Last y'all chat, this is something you don't want to mix. We will max out. We have the GOAT, Mr. Forex 101, who we all learned from, who we got this sauce from, Saucy Basics. He is on the call with us right now. Get everybody on. Let's go.
Let's go. Yes, sir. Y'all thought we was playing today. We not playing today. Let's go, family. We getting people on. We admitting people on.
Your favorite educator, your educator's favorite educator is on the platform. Let's go.
I see you, Dave.
I love it.
I see you, Dave.
Okay, with that, let's get it going, bro. Go ahead.
Let's get going.
Hey, let's go, man. Continue to blast your chats, man. Continue to do what you do best. Let's get everybody on the call. But meanwhile, I am Mr. Pete. Hold on, let me change my background. I had a call earlier, man. Let me follow suit, man. What's going on here, man? There it is, man. Hey, what's going on, man? It is Mr. Pete, CEO. You can follow me on Instagram at Fame Hustler. It is right here, people. And I do have my co-host with me.
Hey, it's your boy Rob. You can follow me on the Instagram at Rob Will Get It. You already know what's good, baby.
It's your girl Tosha Laza or Tosh, and you can follow me on the gram at Hustle and Go, 2 underscores in the front, 1 in the back. But y'all know it is not about us tonight. It is not about us. It's never about us. Y'all, I'm so excited. He is too.
Yes, sir.
We are over here so excited because we do this every Monday through Thursday, right? And we try to get.
Okay.
Hey,
so,
Go ahead.
It's all good. Monday through Thursday, y'all know what's up. My nephew over there super excited as well, like the rest of us, because we are getting Mr. Sauce himself. Mr. Abel Melendez is on the call about to drop some good gems. We're going to interview him, and he's going to give us a little bit of what we need to do so we can stay focused in the market on the day-to-day. I really do hope everybody had a profitable week up until this point. But without further ado, we would like to introduce Mr. Abel Sauce Melendez. Y'all give it up for him.
Let's go, family. Drop some fire in the chat. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are excited. First of all, y'all have got to be the most lit interviewers I've ever had so far. I love your guys' energy, man. It's super, super exciting to be on this call. And I'm excited to see how we're going to run this, man. For real. You guys got me excited now.
Oh,
Hey,
let's
man.
go. We've been ready.
Hey, we just want to thank you first and foremost for even hopping on the call and spending some time with us. You already know, like, this is live. You know what I'm saying? Definitely been following your work for a minute. Soon as I got started, Forex 101 right there, locked in with you. So I appreciate it.
Nah, that's love. I mean, listen, I gotta do what I gotta do for y'all, but look at this too. Like, we over here working, right? I'm actually on tour right now in Houston, Texas.
Let's go, H-Town, baby.
Yeah, and look at this, right? We got a full house right now. Like, I literally just got done training early so I could jump on this call with you guys. All right, but look at this.
Oh, that's love.
Like,
you got a house full.
Oh, God, let's go.
Oh, yeah. But I'm here with y'all because I love y'all, man. I'm just meeting y'all, but I got y'all.
Oh, we appreciate you. We about to get it started right now. We're going to jump straight into it. We want to know where you're from and how you got started within this opportunity.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question, right? So I'm born and raised in New York, right? Upstate New York, small town called Schenectady, New York. It's about like 10 minutes from Albany, the capital. And what really got me into trading was just, me just being unsatisfied with my life and unsatisfied with where I was and being unsatisfied to do the things that I truly wanted to do in life. Like spend time with my kids, spend time with my wife, right? Spend time with the people that truly mattered, right? And because I used to work a warehousing job, for anybody that does warehousing, like, that's manual labor and you're there for 10, 12 hours a day, right? So it was like a lot of my time and my energy was going over there to cater to the job because I had to pay bills, and I just got tired of that, right? We all have that breaking point. And if you don't have that breaking point, you're eventually going to find out what your breaking point is, right? And I found my breaking point, and I changed it up, right? Because the great thing about humans is that we all got the power of choice. Like, we all have the power of decision, right? We can literally change our life with one decision. It's just we got to be able to do it, and we got to believe in it, right? So, yeah, it's a little bit about where I come from and stuff.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Y'all hear it, man. Hey, choice is major. You have to have the mindset to even put yourself in a position to make big choices in your life to even change the dynamic of what's going on, and it's a beautiful thing. So shout out to you for making that choice, because you have been able to spread much value throughout this opportunity, and we definitely appreciate that choice right there.
Thank you. I appreciate that as well.
So what has your journey been like? So from starting trading to becoming an educator on this platform, like, could you explain a little bit of how that went?
Yeah, for sure. So I was originally trading for about 1.5 to 2 years by myself before I actually came and joined the platform. I was one of those people that thought I could learn how to trade one of the most complex markets in the world solely off of YouTube, right? With no help, no mentors, no guidance. And I realized that it just wasn't working out, right? Like, I learned all the basics, right? I learned how to mark up a chart and shit like that, but trading is way deeper than just marking up a chart, right? And you're not going to really understand that until you get mentors and get mentorship. And that's when I joined the platform. And yeah, it's been running now. It's been almost 4 years in the platform. I've been an educator now for almost 3 years, which is a blessing. And I pretty much just became an educator because I eventually got good, right? And once I got good, I started teaching people, right? I started teaching people for free, just teaching people just to provide value. And then obviously just the law of compensation started working in my favor, right? Because I was putting so much value out there into the universe for free. Chris Terry himself is the one who said, like, yo, let's get you on board, right? So obviously I can't say no to somebody that makes 9 figures. Who am I, right? So yeah, that's how pretty much it happened. He just, real respect, real. He seen what I was doing, seen my results, and he's like, yo, let's do it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm not gonna say no.
Right. So we got a few questions. First one is, we got a lot of family in Houston. They like how they didn't get an invite. Okay. We got a few people in Houston, man. A lot of family in Houston. They like, what? He in Houston? Where's my invitation? You know what I mean? So how long you in Houston for? Are you having another event soon? We can get an invite out.
Yeah, we're actually throwing another one on Saturday, right? Yeah, I believe on Saturday we're having one, doing a presentation and all that. And yeah, everybody's more than welcome to come. I'm always showing love. I always like to, get people out in the field so they can experience the energy and stuff like that.
Well, definitely. When you get a chance, can you definitely send it over to my sis so we can plug our people in who's in town. And we
Yeah,
also have one more question. What are some steps to becoming an educator and some advice you will give those who inspire to become one?
yeah, that's actually a good question, right? So it's actually very hard. It's harder now than it is back in the day, right? Because like now we have like a whole wait list of people that want to be educators, right? So like in order for you to really become an educator, and I'm getting this really from Matt Rosa, right? Top earner in the company. He was with us yesterday, and somebody actually asked him that question. And what he said, right, it's coming from him, the top earner who has way more pull than me, right? He said that you really have a better chance of becoming an educator once you hit chairman. Why? Because now that's going to separate you, right? Because we have people right now, guys, that are on a wait list, and there's people that are 7-figure traders, right? These people have made crazy money. It's just we have already enough, like we already have a lot of educators that it is. But I'll tell you the criteria, right? The main thing that they look for is 6 months track record, right? Something that you guys can work on, a 6-month track record, right? Through my effects book, verifiable track record. And then you also have to have a following. You have to have an influence, right? You have to have a community of people that is backing you, right? That can show that you're actually teaching them things that's actually getting them results, right? Because you can be the best trader in the world, but if you have nobody watching you, the company isn't really going to pay you, right? Because it's not beneficial for them, right? So yeah, you got to have the track record, and you have to start getting your testimonials up, right? Start building that community of people that you can actually say is behind you and stuff.
That's what's up.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. So okay. Given that you started off, you said you were trading by yourself, and then you joined the company, then later became an educator. Give us like your biggest lessons within the market, especially when you were learning on your own. Like what did you find that was hard, when you were learning on your own versus when you joined the team environment?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, right? It's just the ability to have conversations on certain trades that played out, right? Because like when you're trading by yourself and you take a loss, like yeah, you could try to like back test and see what went wrong. But if you have a community, other people that took it, then you could go ahead and start getting different answers or different, solutions as to why it went wrong, right? So just being able to have that ability to mastermind with people on certain trades is really beneficial, right? That's really something that has helped me out, right? Because if I'm in a trade and I have somebody that I could talk to that I know is successful, then they could tell me exactly what went right or what went wrong, or if that loss is just something that is just a part of the game that we gotta just accept, right? Because not every single loss, guys, is one where we did something wrong. All right, that's what we need to realize, right? There's going to be losses that we take that are simply because the market just wanted to hit our stop loss, right? The setup was there, it followed all our rules, it just didn't go our way, and that's fine, right? We're not going to win every single trade. That's why we stress so much about really learning how to follow proper risk management and doing things correctly so that you are here long term, right? But yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Ooh, value, gems. Hope you guys are really taking notes and really writing it down. Hope you have your pens, pads, notebooks, napkins, something to write this information. Down.
I love it.
I absolutely love it here. Go ahead,
Nephew
bro.
ready. He turned. Nephew ready. Nephew loving the sauce. Nephew loving the energy. You feel me? And the cool thing about this opportunity is she's still able to be a mother and still put in the work. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing. If she was at work or she was plugged into a pyramid scheme like a job or whatever, she wouldn't be able to still get this value and still be a mom at the same time. So that's the beautiful thing. We cannot get this time back, people. Like she's enjoying the best parts of both sides of the coin. It's a beautiful thing. And that's what this opportunity provides. You know what I'm saying? Like Abel was saying, he gets time back. He gets to spend time with his family. He gets to, actually tap in and still be able to, I know it gets stressful. You're traveling, you're doing things, but at the end of the day, it's all value. And you get your time, you get to schedule those events, and you get to actually, still get to do the family things. That's the beautiful thing about this opportunity. Once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. And I just wanted to ask you, as far as your journey in becoming an educator, what is the biggest advice you can give us? Besides all the record the videos, all the favorite videos. What advice can you give us to just, give us as far as trading that we can implement like tonight?
Okay, cool. I mean, it all comes down to the habits you have to develop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So many people think that it's the chart work that's really going to get them to 6 or 7 figures. It's not the chart work, right? The chart work only makes up 10% of what trading is. It's the habits that you have to develop that's really going to get you to the next level, right? Like the habits of being a patient trader, right? The habits of being a disciplined trader, right? The habits of being a consistent trader. Those are the things that are way more important than anything on the charts, right? So I'm always going to stick by that, right? Because I know for a fact, just through my own experiences, I can always mark up a chart. Like I'm pretty sure there's people on this card that can mark up a chart right now, but they're not making money off that. And it's most likely not even the chart itself, is their ability to control their emotions and their habits that they have beforehand before they actually can develop them into actually a successful trader habits. Right. Because this game ain't easy, right? There's 3 main traits that successful traders have, right? And they're patient, they're disciplined, and they're consistent. All right. The only way we lose in something is once we actually decide to quit, right? Once we say, you know what, I'm good, that's when you end up taking all those losses you're taking. Right. Because right now, during the process, during the journey, them losses ain't no losses. Those is lessons, right? Those are something that we can learn on. Those are experiences that we can grow off of. But once you say I quit, it's over, right?
It's over.
Now all them things is losses. Every single loss you took, now those are considered losses. Right. So yeah, it's just really developing the habits, man. I'm telling you, those habits are the main things you got to develop as a trader.
I was actually talking to my my downline a little earlier, and she's struggling with her discipline, and what advice would you give someone who's struggling with that?
I mean, you really gotta just like you gotta really bring this shit back home. Like you gotta really tell yourself, why are you doing this? Right? Because there's nothing I can tell you personally. There's nothing that I could tell her on how to be disciplined. She just has to find it in herself to be disciplined. Like, how bad do you truly want it? Right? Like I can't teach you how to be disciplined. Like, no, you have to find that in yourself. Like if you truly want this bad, if you want to really change your situation, if you want to add another source of income, if you truly want to learn this language, then you're gonna have to sacrifice some things in life, right? Because those sacrifices are gonna lead to the bigger reward.
Right.
But yeah, and the sacrifice is, you being disciplined, right? You maybe waking up earlier, right? You staying up a little bit later, right? Having that discipline because you know you're gonna be learning something new, right? Having that discipline to reaching out to your mentors, right? If you're going through struggle, then you need to be in your mentor's ear. Let him walk you through that, right? Or at least get a hold of somebody that can walk you through that, right? At least be there. At least get you back into a positive mindset, right? Because you're never gonna win at all with a negative mindset if you're trading, right? You can't be on these charts with a negative mindset because you're gonna have negative results, right? So if she's already feeling that discipline, then she's gonna continue taking losses. She gotta just continue to, she gotta just get past that and just realize it's a part of the process, right? That's just like one of my mentors, right? That's actually here. He actually just spoke a little bit earlier before we got on this call, and he said, right, that it's the tuition that you're paying right now, right? All these losses is like you're paying tuition, right? It's like you're going to college, right? If anybody went to college, you have to pay tuition. Same thing here, right? These losses that we're taking is part of the tuition, right? That it takes to actually learn this, right? But if you don't control your emotions and you don't eventually turn that negative emotion of non being disciplined into a positive and start being more abundant with things, nothing's gonna change, right? So, I mean, she just got to really just dig deep and realize why it's important to be disciplined at the end of the day.
You know what's funny about that? That's exactly what I told her.
I'm telling you, that's really what it is. Like,
nah, not in those exact words, but definitely.
The crazy thing is like most people know what it takes to become successful, but they lack ambition and the drive to actually do it because they fear the unknown. They don't actually know that it's possible, right? Most people are, and this is a gem right here. I'm dropping some bars for you guys. I don't really drop it.
We with you.
Right, but this is a gem right here,
I
right?
need the buzzer.
Right, most people are negative, right? Just humans in general, right? We're negative by default, right? Most of our emotions, most of the thoughts that we have are negative just because of our surroundings, our environment. I mean, all that, right? only that few that can actually change their mindset into that positive mindset that actually go ahead and start seeing life from a different light. Like for me, where I'm from, there's nothing but negativity over there, right? So in order for me to actually get away from that environment, I had to physically move me and my family, right? Me moving away from the area that I was born and raised at was the best decision I ever made, right? It's not that I hate the place. I love my city, right? I love where I was born and raised. But that can't teach me nothing new, right? Because of the people that I already knew and that I was associated with, they only knew so much. And what they knew is what I knew, and what we knew wasn't enough because we was all broke,
It wasn't
right?
getting us
So
nowhere.
I needed to switch my environment, right? I had to switch my environment, and that's when everything really started to click, right? So like, yeah, our environment is everything, right? There's a few things that really shift, right? A few things that we can focus on that could really help our belief level in this business, because your success level is never going to surpass your belief level, right? It really starts with belief, right? David Monetier, top earner in the company, right? If you don't know who David Monetier is, you're not tapping in. You're not plugging in. Right?
Tapping in.
You're not plugging in, right? It's that simple. He's the top earner, the highest paid African-American network marketer in the world, right? And you don't know who he is, and he's in our company, you gotta know who he is, right? But last night, he was at this event that we were at, and he was pretty much just talking about success, right? And how success is 99% spiritual, right? Just think about that, right? Success is 99% spiritual and 1% everything else, right? That just shows that it's all about the belief that you have in something, right? Because if you have a strong enough desire and a strong enough belief, then whatever it is that you're thinking about is going to come into fruition. It's just going to happen by default, right? So that's why we have to really move and operate life, right, as abundant as possible, because abundance is a positive energy that attracts more blessings into our life, right? Does that make sense? Like y'all getting this?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hey, drop some threes in the chat. Drop some threes in the chat.
In the chat
if you're getting value, if you're getting value from this call,
y'all
get any type of value, drop
fire in the chat. Let's get it.
I need some fire, some 777, some 111. Drop something, okay? We need that energy. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
It's all about that energy, elevating your frequency, staying positive, regardless of the situation that you're in. You gotta borrow from the future sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, that's lit. Ooh, you got me excited over here. Okay, so being an educator, have you and you build too, right?
Yeah.
You're building the business and you're an educator. So how do you balance the two?
I mean, it's very simple when it comes to trading and building, because when you're trading, you're supposed to be trading during a certain period of time. And when you're building, you can do it on the other time, right? So look how simple this is, right? Because too many people overcomplicate this. If you're really tapping in and you're really actually watching the sessions, you should know when the best time to trade Forex is, right? The best time to trade Forex from 3 a.m. London session and New York session. We all should know that, right? If we've been tapping in, you would know, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
So from 3 a.m. to say 11 a.m., which is typically the best trading window, we're trading. What do we do the rest of the day, right? When we're not supposed to be trading, we're building, right? We're working on the business, right? So like for my team, and throughout the whole morning, right? Because we do DeLorean in the morning from 6 a.m. all the way to 10 a.m. And then we do my basic session at 11 a.m. And then we do HFX with Millie Mills at 12 p.m. Once 12 p.m. is done and Millie Mills is done, we're done trading for the day. Right now we switch into builder mode, right? Because now we need to build the business, because two sources is always better than one, for one. And residual income is really how you generate wealth, right? Trading can make you rich, but residual income will make you wealthy, right? It's two different ball games, guys, right? So we push both, right? Because we're not going to leave no money on the table. But this is how we do it. We focus on trading in the morning, we build throughout the whole day, and then at nighttime is where we mix up our days, where we do a trading call, provide trading value, and then we do a building call as well to really build, the skills of building. But that's how you could do it, just create those little windows and actually push it and duplicate it.
And stick to it.
Basically, y'all understand.
Y'all understand
what I got out of that is, first of all, a lot of people lose money because they in the market too long. That's not it. Like, find out what days what times, like you said, what session that fits you. Get in there, get your bag, get out, and build.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing.
Literally, you hit your
bags.
daily goals in the morning, and then you go hit your building goals after that.
Very simple.
Right? Getting people on the prospect calls, right? Introducing people into this opportunity, right? You made money before noon. So now go show somebody else how we doing it. Boom.
It's
It's
that
literally
simple.
that simple.
That simple. Think about it, right? You just made some money. You don't think you're gonna be excited enough to want to tell somebody, right? Then just turn into builder mode, right? Start going ahead and sharing the information, because now you're sharing a blessing, right? Because it's clearly, if it's adding something to your life, then it can add to somebody else's.
Absolutely.
Oh, straight gems. Goodness gracious.
Hope y'all got your
Great
pens.
gems. I hope so. I hope y'all not asleep right now. You playing yourself, okay?
All
You're not paying attention.
I want to ask, throughout your whole trading journey, right? You've made X amount of dollars. What was your biggest pimping ain't easy moment when you just hopped in the trade and then that thing just went left? That one that really was like, oh, this is trading for real, for real.
Yo, I mean, I've had a bunch already. You know, losses where they went left. Right, my whole first year involves a bunch of trades like that where I just was uneducated and undisciplined, and a bunch of losses went left, and I lost $5,000-$10,000 at a time. Right, but I'll talk about a more recent one. Right, because now I've developed mentally way better. You know, especially when it comes to dealing with these losses, especially now where, you know, the account size is a little bigger now, right? So, you know, the losses is definitely a little bit bigger as well. You got to be able to control your emotions. You got to be able to learn how to deal with those losses, right? Because when you're losing $100, $200 on a trade, yeah, it sucks, right? But imagine when you start losing $1,000, $2,000 on a trade, right? $10,000, $20,000 on a trade, right? I'm not at that level yet, right? But I lose a few $1,000s on a trade. You got to be able to control that, right? Just like when I get to that point where I'm making $10,000 to $20,000 on a trade, right? I got to be able to control those losses that's going to come with it, because those losses can also be 5-10 bands. Like most recently, I actually had a trade that was called out about. I'll talk about the one last week, right? Where I actually called it out live on DeLorean, right? So when I took that loss, I took a loss, but the loss was magnified because I also sent out the signal, and everybody that was on that call also took the loss, right? So now my losses, when I do take them, especially if I'm on the live sessions, like, it's not just me that's taking one, right? So now I'm losing, right? So it's a different type of mindset you really got to develop when it gets into this type of educator role, where you're actually calling out trade ideas and signals, and because now you got a lot of people's money on your hands. So got to develop the mindset for that. That's really one of the hardest things to do. The biggest nugget when it comes to that, especially once you actually get into the educator role and you're trading people's money, or not trading people's money, but you're sending out ideas, is that you got to realize that if somebody blows their account, it's not your fault. If I send out a bad trade and somebody blows out their account on that trade, that's not my fault, right? That's not my fault, right? Because we preach what? Risk management.
Risk management,
right? Not over leverage.
We preach risk management. Exactly, right? And that's one of the biggest hurdles, that when you become a mentor and you try to provide value by giving out trade signals, you got to really learn and develop that. If somebody blows their account on one trade, that is not your fault at all. That's their fault, and they need to be properly taught on how to actually correct that, right? Really get that risk management down packed. So like that's the one biggest thing that I would say that I've really been dealing with, right? Even to this day, right? There's still times where, you know, obviously I send out a bad trade. That shit sucks, because I know I got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that I gotta take care of. But I gotta be able to bounce back if I want to make the next best trade, right? Because if I focus on that last losing trade, this is the nugget right here. If you focus on that loss, on the last loss that you just took, you're going to get more losses, right? So if I was focused on that last loss that I just took, the next trade I send out is most likely going to be a loss, because I'm attracting that loss into play. Right. So that's the one thing, is just really you got to be able to control your emotions, man. There's a reason why not that many people actually get to do this full time for a living, because it's all mental, right? It's all mental. You have to be able to really develop the habits that it takes to really become a full-time trader. Good thing about it for you guys and for everybody that's a part of the platform is that you guys have access to literally 100+ educators that are doing it, right? You guys have access to people that are doing it, right? You see how easy it was for me to get on the call? right? It's not like I'm not gonna say not every educator, but most educators, we gonna provide value, right? Because that's what we love to do. Like we love to teach, right? I love to educate. That's why I'm on the call with you guys now, right? So yeah, it's important to really tap into that as well.
Right.
Definitely. This whole thing is about leverage.
Everything.
So we've noticed this whole thing is about leverage. If you're not leveraging the resources that you have access to, then this whole thing is pointless, right? You pay for a platform that's going to educate you, you got to leverage it. We pay for educators that are going to give us the sauce. We got to leverage it as much as possible, right? And it's crazy because just being able to get into the mindset of people who are making, you know, hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in the market is amazing, because on a normal basis, no one has access to something like that.
Yeah.
And we get to see it on a day-to-day, you know, and not only see it, we get to actually converse in the chats and get the value that they're giving out. This is the most money I've ever been connected to in life. Everybody I talk to is making money. Everybody I talk to is giving me the blueprint on how to make more money, you know. And there's so many different bags in this opportunity. You can HFX, you can build, you can Forex, like you can e-commerce. Like it's so many things you can do to get money around here, and people are literally giving out the blueprint. It's amazing, you know, and that's the beautiful thing. That's what I love the most about this. And like, I'm from the South Side of Chicago, man. I'm from nothing. Like these guys over there, is so much I want to do. We had a guy on a call this week who's from Chicago as well, and you know, to come back to the community and just spread this information, and you know, just each one teach one. You know, give this back. You know, because like you said, where we from is you know, you've learned all you can learn. The only thing I've learned from growing up in the environment I was in is protect yourself at all times. All right, invest, re-up, and then flip that and go re-up some more. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all we learn, and that only gets you so far in life, if not dead or in jail. You know, and financial literacy is something we was never taught. You know, and it's up to us. It's up to everybody on this call. It's up to everyone to spread this information and spread this value, because you know you can save the next young individual who might take the wrong left when they should be making it right. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, we definitely appreciate everything you bring to this opportunity. We definitely appreciate the value that, and we appreciate everybody on this call. Like I said, it's up to us to give out this information. It's up to us to spread this value and hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Hold yourself accountable, because you know, you never know who, you know, it's like what somebody said the other day. You never know the next person you Jay McGee said it. I'm one person away from chairman.
Could go chairman, literally.
One person away from chairman. Like
you're one person away from chairman. That's a fact.
And one trade away from making 6 figures, or one trade away from making, you know, hitting your $1 million goal, you know, but you have to educate yourself. Please tap into the platform. Please
100%.
educate yourself. There's no shortcuts. You can't take the elevator here. You got to take the stairs.
Got to.
Yeah.
Well, who was one of the educators you tapped into when you were first learning?
For sure. That's a great question, right? Because I still got a few mentors that I still tap with every single day now, right? One of my mentors, right? Lex Waves, Andre Boyd, right? Honestly, he's probably one of the best educators that we have, you know, just because he talks, and if it's a little loud, there's a plane going by right now, but he really is great with the technical aspect, but he's amazing with the fundamental aspect of trading, right? Which is very key. You know, so many people still only focus on the charts, not realizing that fundamentals is what really controls this market, like interest rates decision, you know, the unemployment rates, right? We actually have NFP tomorrow, right? Unemployment rate decision is coming out tomorrow, and that's going to move the markets at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. If you want to be a forex trader and you don't know that stuff, and that's stuff that you really need to catch up on, because that's stuff that's influencing these markets directly, right? These markets are a reflection, right, of what's happening in the world, right? It's a reflection of our the state of our country and our economy and things like that. So we got to be able to learn that stuff.
Fact. Lex Waves is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. If you guys want some other ones, some honorable mentions that I'll put out there, right, is definitely the Trade House guys. You know, my brother Zach Hogan, Jordan Morgan, Rock Hoomer, Mike Navarrete, they trade a certain concept called smart money, right? And smart money's lit, being able to identify where the banks are trading at and being able to identify, areas of liquidity and imbalances and things like that. Like that really will take your trading to a whole other level as well.
Oh yeah, we know about that smart money. It's amazing. We did a training on one of those too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
then, you know what? His session during the convention was actually eye-opening as well, because he got on during the convention and dropped a whole lot of game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's the truth for sure. I think we have a question in the chat. What is your method approach when teaching? Plenty of us learn in different ways. Do you also learn multiple ways to teach something due to this? And do you ever learn as you're teaching due to a person asking you something that you hadn't thought about?
No, that's a really good question. I mean, me teaching has really taken my training to a whole nother level. You definitely learn more when you're teaching it, right? So like that's actually something that I wanted to bring up as well, is like the law of compensation, right? Who knows what the law of compensation is, right? If you know what the law of compensation is, guys, drop some threes in the chat, right?
Threes.
Yeah, the law of compensation, right? That pretty much just states that you will get paid, right? You will get paid based off pretty much the amount of value, right, that you're providing out into the workforce, right, into the universe, right? So if you want to get paid more from what you're doing, then you have to provide more value, right? Same thing with trading. If we want to start trading better and start trading, seeing better results, then we got to start putting in more work, right? We got to start putting more time on the charts, right? Is that simple, right? So as long as we really stay focused and committed, right, and actually realize that when we're teaching and we're providing value, right, no matter what it is, right, you can provide value on just support and resistance, the most basic stuff, right? But just the fact that you're teaching somebody that's new, that doesn't know that you're going to eventually start to learn more from that, because again, they are going to ask you those questions, right? They're going to force you to pretty much go ahead and learn what it is that they're asking, right? So yeah, you learn so much more from actually teaching. My trading has improved tenfold because I started teaching the stuff that I knew, right? And when people ask questions, it forced me to go out there and find those answers, which by default forced me to grow as well as a trader.
That's real. Yeah, because you're getting those repetitions in at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you have to show a person, okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay, bet. Well, let's go back. And then you got to do it again. And then that right there is really just burning it into your own mind. Like, okay, bet, these are the rules. It's like a constant reminder.
And it's really good for also just helping you with, just teaching and teaching in front of people, right? Because I know a lot of people now that want to actually become educators, right? But you got to start teaching in front of small crowds now if you want to get on like a go live where there's thousands, right? And you do it effectively, right? Because we still got to be able to teach effectively if we want to teach, right? And the thing about trading is that there's people that know how to trade, but they can't teach for nothing, right? To save their life. But then there's people that could teach, but they can't trade, right? They can't make money for life, right? But there's people that can do it both. Right. For me, I'm just grateful that I'm able to do it both, in my opinion. Right. I don't ever toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm a dope trader. I can say about my results. Right. And I feel like I'm a dope teacher because of, my students' results. Right. The people that I have. But again, there are people that can only do one or the other. Right. And it just takes that discipline to actually really try to develop to learn the other side.
That's what's up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This has been so much value. So many gems dropped. I know you have another training going on, but we do have a tradition before we end.
Hold on, before okay, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you got it, sis. Go ahead.
If you know, drop it in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. If you know, drop it in the chat. So we have. He's turning over here. Go ahead, take it away.
Hey, look, you've been dropping a whole lot of gems, and my goodness, we thank you for it, right? But now what we need for you to do is drop us some bars. All right? You gotta drop us
We need
some
a bar.
bars.
We need a bar.
some bars.
We need a
Absolutely.
word out the chat. A word out the chat. We need one word out the chat. You just got to make it rhyme. You know what I'm saying? You can take it as far as you want, but we just need you to make it rhyme. We asking for a bar. If you give us more than that, we appreciate it. Because you
Right.
always give more than you know. That's acts of you. And we appreciate that as well.
I got you. All right.
So
So
we
we looking
got
for a
you
word
a
in the
beat.
chat. We looking for a word.
We got you a beat. Let us get you a word real quick. Family in the chat, what's up? What we got from our man Abel? DeLorean.
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 Let's go.
They tricky. Any more? Get a man
That's a
some
bit
options. Get a man some
difficult.
options now.
DeLorean basics.
Basics.
You could choose between
Sauce.
those two. Oh, sauce.
DeLorean, basic, and sauce.
Somebody said law of compensation. You know you're wrong.
All right, I'll do DeLorean. I just came up with a quick bar.
Let's go.
All right. There, let me see. All right, let's go. Where's the beat at? I need to turn that up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I said, I'm whipping the DeLorean. Yeah. The drip, I'm pouring it. Yeah. That's all I got.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yo.
Let's go. I love it here. I love it here. Drop some fire in the chat, family. Let's go.
Hey, let's go. That was lit.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Before you go, we just want to say thank you. And also, do you got any last gem you want to get to people? Just one more.
Yeah, tap in, keep on tapping in and reaching out to people, right? If you know people got success, be in their pocket. No lie. Like that's why I love when people reach out to me and ask to do these calls, right? Because for some reason people think like, I don't know, people be scared to like reach out to their mentors, like, yo, no, that's how you get ahead, right? They got the information that you need. Right. So yeah, just continue doing this. I love this. I love y'all. I love y'all energy, man. So I definitely want to do some
You know
more.
what? I got one more thing, man. You left me on red. I need a follow back, man. Leave me on the gram, man. I need a follow back. I need a follow back.
I got you, Buffalo. I got you.
I'm gonna hit you right now on the gram. I'm gonna send you a message after the
Yeah.
call.
Send me it right now. I got
Follow
you.
your boy,
Yo,
man. I need the juice. I need the leverage, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. But I love this, man. I love y'all energy for real, man. Let me know when we doing the next one. I'm excited about this.
Absolutely.
But next time, man, you gotta run up the charts with us.
The next one
You gotta run up the charts for us.
The next one I have better bars for you too.
Let's
Okay.
go.
We'll take them too.
That's a bet. That's a bet. Charts and better bars. We'll take it. Hey, as you know, you guys, pimping ain't easy.
But somebody got to do it.
And it might as well be us, baby. Let's go.
Same time, same place, same link next week, family. 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we are out. We love you, but that's what's lit. Let's go.
Yes. Thanks again, family.
Thank you.